as much as we'd ever need, I would imagine. Well, yeah, you guys decide in chat what geysers do you think we should add. I'm all up for metal. I'm all up for doing a leaky oil one if you want, and we'll do some tinkering. Which would you like to see added? Which are you struggling with in your own worlds? Because I don't mind. Have I actually got somebody stuck this time? Oh. No, you both will be alright. You'll be fine. So let's get all this done. Don't know if I even want this ladder here anymore. Honestly. Right, let me start figuring out how we're going to do this. First of all, let's do a little dig down here so that we can carry on digging down. That'll be fine. That can do that. And we'll do the same on this side as well. Cool. So, petroleum gens. I'm probably going to want to strip some liquid over them, but I was also thinking we could use the oil from this system that we're going to be cooling ultimately. By the looks of it, this has done about as much as it can do. So let's get this up and running. Obviously, the gens themselves need to be cooled. We can just cool them with the output liquid of the output polluted water that we get though as well. We're going to pass the output through a water sieve, which means that we're going to get water at a fixed temperature, i.e. 40 degrees. That water can then be used to cool the petrol gens, technically. I think that is a plan. Alternatively, we could use our oil cooling that we're going to literally get up and running in a minute. So, either plan could work, really. If just people would stop suffocating for a bit, I'd be very happy. Just a little bit is all I ask. Just a little bit of non-suffocation. The water sieves not consume sand now. Yeah, they do. Yeah. You didn't vote, but you want a metal one. Okay. That's fine. I think a metal one was one of the given ones that we're probably definitely going to get in fairness. So that's fine. Right. You have to decide which metal one you want as well. Do you want copper, iron, gold? Copper generally has a higher output, I've found on average. Iron's obviously pretty hot, gold's pretty hot. I don't really mind which. If people would just stop suffocating, honestly, I'm trying to make you more ladders and stuff. So, yeah, basically what we're going to do then, we are going to have, let's see, how should we do this? I'm not going to use drip cooling, which I normally would do, and I don't know how well petroleum generators, I don't know how well they get on with no drip cooling. Let me just place one down for a second, just so I can familiarise myself with the outputs. Let's see. So we've no gas output. We do have a liquid output, which is where, I know that's a liquid input. So it drips out polluted water. It emits carbon dioxide. So if I can cool the room itself, then the output should be at a similar temperature as well. Okay. Okay. I'll just get this squared up so we know what space we're working with. And then we're good to go. Right then. You need to be triggered the other way. You need to be connected back up. And we need to rip out all this crap as well, don't we? Right. So you are enabled at the minute. You are good to go. So we need to get some water in here now. should now shut off. And there's our liquid. Okay. So now you can potentially pump. We've got more liquid down here to fill up this upper chamber. Good. Right. So... I want this to be the opposite now. And we want you to start pumping. And this should now start pumping oil through our aqua tuner, which will cycle through. So now our oil's at 30 odd degrees. And this is just going to keep circling for now. I probably should have tidied this up a little bit. Yeah, we'll just get rid of these bits of pipe. This is going to keep circulating, then it'll get dumped back into the room. And then when our water heats up, this switch will toggle. It will let the water out here and drop down and get recycled round. That is the plan. Okay. I'm just not going to bother putting any automation in, I don't think. We'll leave a pipe and I can just top it up later if we ever need it. Hopefully we won't, but if we do, then I've got the option because I've got a pipe there. I'm not going to fuck about putting any automation in now. Honestly, I've had quite enough of this little build. It's done my head in. What have I missed? I've not been reading chat at all tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Well, it looks like you're going to Houston next week. Jeepers. Is there a way to create sand? There's shitloads of sand in the map domain. You can make it. You can just cook it that easy now. But yeah, there's plenty of sand in the map. Just put one of every kind. One of every geyser in Justice. Jesus. Copper, the most useless metal. Copper's good. Copper's good. Alphanetics, good evening. How are you? Gold, you're saying, dummy. Okay. Customers are failing product and they want an engineer to come out to evaluate us. Guilt and life are killing me and badmouth in Texas. When did I badmouth Texas? I don't think that happened. 1 day turnaround. Jesus. San Antonio. Oh. Okay. So, this oil should now be cooling off a little bit. Considering it was like red hot geyser oil before, this should start cooling down pretty quickly because we're just dumping the oil back in this room. And the heat itself is going to this polluted water. So the aqua tune is technically using this cold water we've got in here at the minute. Which is fine. I'm hoping that if we have enough water here, we'll have enough to prime the chamber for the next dumping. Well, that should be okay. So, now that that's all done, I think we've replaced most of the ladders. I'm not going to replace these yet because I don't even know if I'm going to keep them here. So, what I want to do is make it so that only my dupes only my farmers can get down here. So, I'm going to seal this up. And I'm going to seal this up. I don't really want dupes to be able to run back and forth, so let's do that. Okay. Let's start ripping out some of this crap. Let's get all of you ripped out first. Just leave one piece of this in whilst I get rid of this last few bits of debris. I'll do that priority 9. Okay. Get all this crap swept up as well. Beautiful. I hope nobody's actually doing the old dance back and forth suffocating. I hope nobody's really suffocating, because I really can't be asked checking all these different things. Okay. So the next question is, do I move the cooking stations or not? And why are there Slipster eggs here? Who's been cooking Slipster eggs? Why is it not down where it belongs? That's annoying. Why don't you like Texas? Did it kick your dog? What? Jesus. Chat got deep. I'm not getting involved in that. Right, okay. So, as it stands at the minute then, we had both of our exosuit docks set up so that anyone could go down here, which is not how I want. So we're going to have it so that only farmers and ranchers can use this side, I think. But to do that, to avoid starvation, we still need to be allowing food to come up to somewhere. Now I'd like it so that our food room is a sterile room, so that I can pump shitloads of food up there. The only problem is if I do that in the middle of the base, like say I use this space, it needs to be a box room, it needs to be airtight, which then gives me problems with airflow. So it's a bit of a tough decision really. I don't know where I'm best to put my food. In the past it's not been a problem because I've done bristleberries and sleet wheat and made berry sludge, and obviously that doesn't rot, so you can just put that anywhere you want in your base and it's great. But we're going to be using mushrooms and stuff and they do rot. So I'm a little bit stuck on where to do it. Fuck it. Right. Let's get the petrol build done first. I'll get this mapped out and then we can figure out what we're going to do. So let's think. I'm going to put 2 petrol gens on each side, I think. So to begin with, we'll just get 2 down and see how we go from there. I'm going to make them out of wolframite. And that'll be that. In fact, I might move them 1 tile further over. So... And again, as ever, I kind of want to do this as a closed build, so it might be a bit of a messy bastard, but that's what we're doing. Now the CO2, I'm probably going to have to run an extra pipe, even though I've got a CO2 pipe here. How much do these output? 500 grams a second. It's quite a bit. What are you talking about, Max? Take it easy, Domineering. Much love as ever. Take it easy. Mwah. See you later. USA has a bigger problem than Texas. They still can get down to the top of the pole. What are you talking about, Max? They still can get down to the top of the pole. What? What? Down here, you mean? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you mean? Sorry, Max. I've no time for Mech speak tonight. You need to talk big or go home. Because I can't follow you. I've got too much other shit going on. Right, we'll do a little pipe down here, a bridge down here. This is just going to be another CO2 feed, basically. So we may end up needing more slicksters. I don't know yet. But fuck it, this is what we're doing. This is the plan. So that's for getting rid of our CO2. We will need to run a load of liquid pipes through here, and obviously these will need their own feed of petroleum as well. We'll also need to put automation in here. Poof, a lot of shit needs doing. So first of all, petroleum. Okay. Petroleum, check. The refineries are going to have to be in a separate room because I want to be able to control the natural gas that we get off them and stuff like that. Have you decided not to add geysers, or are you waiting? There's other things that I want to do at the minute. But if I add geysers, here's the deal. This is my thinking, guys. If I add geysers now, you're going to be like, right, let's do something with the geysers immediately. I don't think we should do that yet. Because, yeah, I could cheat in a water geyser. Or I could get a petrol gen setup working that actually gives me water. I was planning on doing that. Metal geyser, yeah, we could get a metal geyser in. At the minute, we need water. So I'd still want to get water sorted. So, I mean, I've sort of asked you guys, like, do you want me to just put some geysers in now? I mean, I'm probably not going to be able to work with them just yet. That's the only problem. Right. Right. The polluted water that comes off this, I want to be collected. Like so. So we'll do a little something like this. And then this can be a... Ooh. There. That's going to be a little wall. So we'll have 2 mesh tiles here, because why not? Okay. Then on this floor, we'll put our water sieve. Somewhere like this. Let's start ripping out some of this fire pole because it's kind of in my way. Yeah, we'll get all this shit ripped out actually. That should be fine. Now, how many water sieves will I need? We're going to have a pump down here. So we'll have the pump slightly lower. That's what we'll do. Fuck! Big old cable right in the way. Pencil dicks. You want me to cheat in a ton of geysers? Is that what you want? Make the petrol gem first. I'm doing it, Umber. But put them in the most inconvenient places, like a water geyser right in the middle of your bedrooms. Well, I was going to make a compromise. I am fine with cheating in a geyser with debug, because our geyser look with RNG has been fucking dog shit. However, I'm not just going to plonk them next to the base. We'll put them in places where we already had geysers before, so that I technically have to still work to get to the geyser. That's my compromise. Okay. You have 2 fire poles, and you can put food in the top middle layer, where air will be fine. Top middle layer. Top middle layer. No, those are convenient but annoying. Oh, the first edge of the map. Did I just say pencil dicks? I did not mean to say pencil dicks. Big old pencil dicks, I suppose. Fucking wire. Big wire. Right in the middle of where I want to be. Dicks. Guess I'm cancelling this little dig for a second. I can drop this wire down a couple of tiles, it's not a big deal, but it is right in my way. It's right in my way, but also kind of handy. So we'll cancel you. Yeah, we'll cancel you. We'll run you up here. How many water sieves am I going to need? That's what I was about to check before. I keep getting distracted. So water sieve can pass 5 kilograms a second. It takes 5 kilograms a second, and it just needs sand. Sand at the minute we have 411 tons. We've got fuckloads of sand. So I think one sieve can do both of these petrol gens, even if they're going at full whack, which they're not going to be for some of the time. They're gonna be intermittent depending on what my power draw is. So these give me 1.2. Yeah, we're fucking fine. One sieve will do both of these. That is absolutely fine. So there's going to be a water sieve. I want to say there. Yeah, we're going to have a water sieve there. And this is going to be fed with sand, and it's also going to have the polluted dirt picked up by unsweeper arm. Yeah. And we'll also need a loader. think we'll need a loader and a receptacle. Receptacle can go there. And we'll also have a storage compactor. Because why not? Can make this a bit tidier. So we'll have storage compactor. Loader. Receptacle. Much better. Actually, it's slightly telling me I need to just spin that around a couple more times. Excellent. Okay. This is good. So, the water that comes out is going to be 40 degrees. So the plumbing for this, I'm just setting all this up now so that I can fucking smash it once it's done. So the pump is going to be like here-ish somewhere. We need to move this wire down. You're going to be moved like out of my face. Just right out of my face. Over here. And you can connect back up. Just fuck you. Okay. And then we'll put one of these in as well. Dicks. Right, we can't do that yet, but that's fine. And then we'll rip out all these wires. I've got sweeties. Oh my god, this is how preoccupied I've been. I've got sweeties right next to me. Delicious sweeties. Ah. I'm not eating any of them. Well, that's the point. When we're going to get power for other odds and sods? Is this just 240 watts? Oh, fucking perfect. Like it was meant to be. So, we'll need a couple of ladders in here for various odds and sods. Like that. And we'll also want some automation. Like so. And then we'll want power for both. Yeah, you can run through here because we're going to have another one of these conductive plates. Shit, I just run out of iron. Start using some gold. Fine, my game's frozen. There we go. I'm just going to nip this off for a minute. It's only for my slicksters, so they'll be fine. Once they built this wire, we'll just run all this through. The fact that you did not mean to say it just goes to show that it's a good quote. Definitely, definitely. I don't think I've ever said pencil dicks in my life to anyone. I'm glad I shared it with you all. This is a prime example, by the way, of me getting distracted. I've got exosuits to do, I've got this to do, I've got the cooling thing up at the top to do. I've not done any of it, really, so I'm going to focus and just get this done. That is the plan. We're focusing, guys. It's a new thing. Never done it before. I'm slightly scared. Do this. Excellent. Right, we'll cancel this tile. Like so. And here, run this power wire down. With a bit of gold to all this shit. That'll be fine. And then we'll also need some more power up here. And we'll need automation wires as well. So you can go like that and like that. Beautiful. Now, I do have an automation wire sticking out here, don't I? So let's run this bastard down here too. With some gold. And you're going to go to those two. Wonderful! Very good. And then we'll need conveyor lines. And I'll just put these in for now. I honestly don't know if we'll ever... Well, we'll have to use the receptacle to deliver sand, I suppose. But I can just give it a manual loader. The polluted dirt... The polluted dirt does need to go somewhere, doesn't it? We'll leave this for now. That's fine. That is fine. You said pencil dicks before on stream? Have I really? I don't think I've ever said that before. Several times tonight, even without the prodding. I don't think they can reach the bottom half of that build. They can't at the minute, though. It's because I had to move the wire and stuff. The wire was in my way. So where this is going to go now is like... Let's dig out the rest of this first. We'll dig out this shit and then you'll see what I mean. This is going to be like where I have a pump to capture the water. So we'll be okay. I could just slap a couple of ladders here for now just to make it easy. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Now I need to run all the liquid pipes in a second, which I've not fully figured out how I'm going to do that. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, let's connect this wire back up so our slicksters aren't getting chilly down there. Let's dig out this shit as well. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Max, whether to just submerge it, because there's not going to be loads of polluted dirt. But no, I think we'll get rid of it. I think we'll get rid of it somewhere. Yeah, what Max said then, in case you didn't see the message, was submerging it in the pump where the water is, where the water drops down. So basically drop the loader one tile down. But I think we'll just pump it out. I don't know. We'll see. There's probably going to be some polluted oxygen comes out of this build, but it is what it is. Oh crap. Once this is all out, I can rip all this other crap out as well then. It should be nice. So, polluted water. Do I want to go one lower? I could do. That'll reach diagonally to there. Only problem is if it doesn't have any water in it, which is probably going to happen frequently, it's still going to off gas. So no, I don't think we need to do that. I don't think that is the smart play. That is not the smart play. In fact, we should be able to get rid of all these fire poles now. Again, right on my tits. Let's get you out. Get out of the way. Should be able to reach all these. Life and focus. Oh, wait until I see it. Then I can believe it. You guys, you have no faith. No faith. What is this? So, the other thing I've not factored in yet is where to do the refinery. And I'll probably just use this space down here, honestly. We'll carry on digging out some more crap down here as well. I need to put another piece of ladder here. Before I forget. I don't know why that's 9, but whatever. So, let's see. We can now rip these little bits of ladder out. You as well. Have to play this game with an Excel spreadsheet on. You're not alone, buddy. You're not alone. Somebody was talking on the forums yesterday about how they found out the perfect recipe for natural gas gens to dupes and stuff. And he's like, I work from a spreadsheet. I was like, quit bogarting the spreadsheet. Share it. Let me see that. I want to see that too. Because yeah, there's a lot of things in this game that, Christ, there's a lot of consulting things and figures and forgetting things, and I'm the worst for it. Right, let's make you active if above a bajillion. And if we can do the automation wire first, or not. Yeah, they did. Excellent. Very good, very good. Greetings, DevStream Hype. What? What's this? DevStream Hype? How's it going, Fenrir? You alright, buddy?